Hello, guys. Soon, Mindaugas is gonna join. Hello, Adnan. Hello, my friend. Good evening. Good evening. Good afternoon. Hello, Victor. Hello, my friend. Why are you asking me King of the Table videos? What do I have to do with the King of the Table videos? İyi akşamlar yeğenim. Yağız. Aslanım benim. Yeah, the GOAT is late, yeah. I don't know why he is doing this, but he's late. I'm just joking, you know. Normally we should have started 7 minutes later we're supposed to start. You should ask to maybe King of the Table owners, the bosses, CEOs, instead of East versus West.
Here we go.
Hello, Mindaugas, or I should say GOAT.
Yeah, it's good that you corrected yourself, Engin.
Yes.
On time.
Like, what do you? How do you think when people are calling you GOAT and these kind of things? Do you get bothered, or do you just laugh about it, or you think, wow, it's well deserved?
Yeah, I think it's very well deserved, and it's perfectly correct. This is how it should be.
That's
what I always expected. I couldn't really understand why did they not call me that before.
Yeah, and then
people don't know. Appropriate.
People don't know. They just think John is the GOAT, you know. So, but they will get used to.
Exactly.
Anyway,
just double check. Can you hear me well, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
maybe you hearing me.
No, I can hear you well.
It's fine. Echo with echo. No, everything is okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, how have you been? You look a little bit like weight gain. Yeah, you don't look skinny.
Skinnier or fatter?
No. Yeah, I mean not fat, but like looks like you gain a little bit weight. Yeah.
No, it's just 1 kilo, maybe 2.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah.
Can I ask you something? How do you measure your shape with the weights? Like I saw you with 2.5 kilos. Now are you up to 3?
Yeah. So people do ask me about it because I am not really lifting heavy ever. I just do some rubber bands.
You don't do that? You don't do lifting heavy?
If I lift things dynamically, meaning that some kind of muscle contraction, I would always be super light, like maybe 20%, okay, 30% maybe. Okay, and then I go heavy on rubber bands.
Oh, you're with the rubber band you are doing.
And then I'm super static, no movement with rubber bands at all, just kind of.
Just static. Oh, okay.
Going backwards. Yeah. So it is a little bit difficult to maybe measure the shape.
Yeah, I feel with rubber bands, very hard. Yeah.
But just through experience, somehow I kind of feel the level a little bit from the rubber bands. Yeah. Feeling the connection. And I guess the competition is the final check. Like.
Yeah. Okay. But during the training, only maybe the table time.
Yeah, the table time. But table time is also not telling me too much because I'm on the table. I'm just very static. Also not trying to kill anyone too much. So I think if I start to fail during the competitions and if I don't like my results, then I will change something, then I know that something is going wrong. But for so far, I can see good results, steadily climbing up. So must be okay.
So yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting that you don't know your shape by measuring anything except how you feel. Yeah.
So maybe the most interesting thing is that I don't feel the need to know. Many other people kind of feel like they need to know how much progress did they make. I almost don't need that kind of fight. I know that I'm getting better anyways. So
okay, there is Victor Mindaugas, the second goat behind Birzing. Do you want me to block this guy for this disrespect? He put you second place. I should block him, right?
That's wrong, Victor. That's wrong.
We should give him another chance.
Everyone can have their own opinion. It's not a dictatorship here. So people make mistakes, so it's fine.
It is like it is like saying like summers are cold, winters are hot. It's like that crazy to say that.
Maybe just a mistake. The guy was confused.
Okay.
We have to forgive it.
Okay, I forgive you. Yeah. See. Anyway, so yeah, that's something new about you that I thought you would be doing. Like I have seen you doing like with something like this.
Yeah, but a long time ago, and it was just a small experiment like that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really spend much time doing that one.
And do you do some type of coordination with rubber bands with different direction at the same time, or you just go like one direction at a time?
Good question. I kind of feel like I'm not even doing too much side pressure. For example, I'm just I think that if I do triceps and then I do biceps, so just both natural directions, then somehow my side pressure would also get stronger just because the stability would be better. So I'm not too focused on all the different directions, just on the main kind of natural muscle movements.
No, I meant with the rubber bands. Like you can put something in your hand, pull like row. At the same time, you can take something to here, and at the same time, row and pronation. No, just one direction at a
One
time.
direction,
Rubber band. And that is all brachyradialis base.
A little bit of pronation, a little bit of post. Mostly still just kind of very simple grip. How can I show you? Let's see if I take this bottle. Imagine this is a rubber band. I'm gripping it. I just kind of take it like this and almost start with the biceps, kind of, yeah, and then at the end go a little bit like
pronate,
that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you? There is some guy that made a video like who needs pronator. On YouTube. He looks like you. Are you related to that guy? Because now I hear that you are doing pronation.
No, I remember that video. Yeah, I remember that. I just wanted to highlight how back pressure is so much more important. Pronation is just kind of secondary.
Okay. Whenever somebody is just hitting you that way, like here, is a back pressure is holding on, or the direction is coming to this way?
It's a lot of back pressure because if I let's say like time it correctly and pull back, the guy who is going sideways, he will somehow be open, right? He will not be able to get
just say that he held on, like the position on number 3 with Daniel. His wrist didn't directly go. He was holding on, and then you went this and this. So this hit here is a back pressure or pronator?
So I think for sure not so much pronation. Yep.
I mean, what is holding your hand this way to not to turn this way?
It's the low hand movement, which I know that maybe you don't do it as much, but for me, whenever my hand is low enough, and I pull through back pressure, it's really hard for him to bring it in because he almost, in order to supinate it, he must fight my back pressure.
Is that maybe why Bojidar hooks you, but he's having a very hard time to hook me?
Maybe, but I would like to try that match again with him because everyone's getting stronger. So
okay, yeah. Uh, okay. Anyway, so we have a
Yeah,
match.
big match, right?
Yep, very big match. Very big match. And I think I'm just thinking. After you beat Daniel, and now this is the biggest match of your life for
I
75
think Daniel
kilos.
was bigger. I think for me, Daniel was bigger than this.
But you had defeated him before a few times. If in a
Right.
few different events, like he beat you more, but you also have beaten. You know how it feels to beat him. And you beat him in a super match in Istanbul too. Like when I said super match, it was like best of three. Like you beat him 2-0 or 2-1. 2-0 it was, right?
Maybe
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. You beat him. Yeah. Arthur is bigger because you have never won an event when Arthur was present.
True, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's of course like almost as big, but Daniel was just technically such an annoying style for me, and in my mind, I was like somehow, not happy that I couldn't figure it out, and so
But
finally
you had
solving
you
that
had- you had
puzzle.
done it. This is what I'm saying. You had done it before. You say
Yeah,
like
but
you
okay,
couldn't,
sometimes
but
getting lucky a little bit still did not feel. I feel like this time it felt the most convincing in my head. After that time, I feel like I can repeat it again. Before, I was not sure if I can
uh-huh.
repeat it. Now I
Yeah.
think I'm much more confident. Meanwhile, with Makarov, yeah, he's super strong, maybe more explosive, more muscular. Um, but stylistically, I feel like that puzzle is quite easy to solve. It's just a little bit about power, which I
Hmm.
also maybe increased during the past couple of years.
Yeah,
So
but listen, the puzzle that you had to solve was after the go with I don't remember like Daniel dominating you. You understand? So the match was stopping and the puzzle was starting. But
right,
with Arthur, the puzzle still there is a puzzle that you need to solve mostly right with the start. Like once you get your position, looks like you will have. And where do you think that like he can beat you and you cannot like? I mean, like, do you see him with back pressure followed by side pressure hit, or you see he more dangerous with hook? Because usually, not usually, he beat you always by hooking you.
yeah,
He went and hooked you and beat you. But after he got toppled, by some people, even once by you, he started to go with the back pressure, with the side pressure. So I remember you told me that, and even when I beat him once, when you top roll, because he was in hook, so you took his wrist, and then when you were pinning him, he rolled his hand, and you told me that you felt something very powerful.
yeah.
Even that time, he was coming out from losing wrist from hook and losing wrist to out. You still felt. I saw your wrist was like this. At the end, your wrist was flattened. And this time, do you see him, because since then he's pulling that way mostly? Do you see him uh, that dangerous, more dangerous that way, or hooking is more dangerous, or we will see? What do you think?
So somehow, like, yes, he is going backwards a little bit more, but I think he's still also hooking people. So it's not like I feel like he will at first try to hook me. I don't think he will immediately go for a top roll. Um, so yeah, he might still have a good back pressure, but somehow I feel like still the most dangerous thing is the hook. If
His
I
hook.
can get around the hook, I think I will take care of the top roll as well. So first, I will
So
try
you
to
are you
solve.
are you are yeah, okay, yeah.
That's my
So you are
prediction
ready.
of the.
You are ready for both case.
No, for sure, for sure. I can see that happen. A top rope being a problem also, but
Mhm.
I can also see so many small things which he's still not doing correctly. I feel like Arthur is like he's a beast, like a big powerhouse, but technically, I feel like he's still making quite a few mistakes.
Yeah. He's not like a super master with the technique, but is probably the strongest raw power in that
Yeah,
category.
for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
even more than Alan. Alan needs to just control him. exhaust him and then beat him. But at the start, he's like very powerful, like a wild horse that you need to just first
Yeah,
calm
exactly. You
down,
have to
stop, and then
somehow
beat that.
stop it, somehow control it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So yeah, in
so
some way, like that style is also dangerous because you never know. Maybe I just cannot stop it properly. Somehow, maybe he's too explosive. So
not only explosive, he may be too strong, because
might
I
be
mean
just yeah,
he's
might be.
physically is very very dangerous guy, just like super strong, super strong. We will see. Let's see. I mean, 4 rounds. Let's see who his endurance is better. Because I remember in the final, I think he beat you once in Antalya, and then you beat him in final, and then
Yeah.
they did the
He
second
came back.
final, and then he beat you that time. Yeah. Um, and interestingly, I think when you won, the buckle was on your hands, and when he won, the buckle was on
True.
his hands.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so
And
when I look back at the match, I can see that I was not the same as I am now. I was also making mistakes, and yeah,
do you think that he is the same as that time?
probably no. What do you think?
I mean, I think that you both are leveled up, but I don't know who progressed more. I have no idea. I don't know. When he came here for Adam Orzinski match, he was at his smallest I have ever seen. He was just like he was like a 70-kilo version of that. He said that he had some stomach
Right.
problems, and he said that like, can we cancel? I cannot eat like for 20 days or something. He said, and like he is like, if I lose, would you give me chance at 75 as well? I said, yeah, of course, because that's not your category. Your category is 75. How I can judge you with 85 kilo? I offer you 85, you pull 85, and I'm gonna say anything negative to you just when you are pulling. I'm sure Adam Warzinski was 90 kilo the time that they were pulling, and the guy was still 74 kilo. So there was probably 35 pounds, 16-kilo difference between them. Yeah.
And Arthur on camera, Arthur still looked huge. Like when I was re-watching the match, like he still
Yeah.
looked
I
pretty
don't
big on
know.
camera.
I saw him. He was just small. Trust me. And he still won one round. He still gave
Yeah.
Adam some tough time. Even though he was like 16 kilo, probably 11 on the scale, and 16 probably the time of the pulling. He was lighter. Yeah. But let's see how it will be. Let's see. Like I can't wait. Like for me, is that like it's all about the start, all about the start. Like if he gets in his place, especially in hook, he's gonna destroy you.
Yeah. Might
But
be.
but if he somehow, how to say, just stop his wrist, you hang him here, it will not be probably as hard as Daniel match.
Right. It would. Yeah. Because we are
He
so
does.
different. He
He
would
cannot. He
fade
cannot do
faster.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he doesn't have that shoulder pressure. I mean, as much as we do, we know. But who knows? I don't know. Things change.
Right. Yeah. Things change. But yeah, you
Yeah.
see, like I don't want to be overconfident. Of course, I'm always trying to be super realistic and reasonable. But here, like I have to say that I'm already quite confident because we have 7 rounds.
Mhm.
I can hardly see Arthur blasting me 4 times in a row. I can really hardly see it, and like I only need to break his wrist once. So I think
Yeah, but
it's
it was the
difficult
case
fight
in
for him.
Antalya. In Antalya, you did once, and then he just came back and beat you.
Yeah, but super long time ago. I'm not. I'm
Okay,
now
okay, okay. Yeah, you're right.
veteran,
5.5 years old. Yeah, 5.5 years.
and
But
it's
to
quite a
me,
lot.
it's like yesterday. I don't know why. Like it's like 2 3 years ago. It comes
Yeah,
to me, but
exactly.
it's not.
So
Yeah.
you see, for us, it's extremely difficult. Yeah, for me, also the same. When I remember all the pullers, I mostly remember them from, let's say, 2015 to 2018 or 19, or so that's the time when I really paid attention to all the guys. So now it feels a bit weird. And maybe it's even when you look at me, you almost don't see the same guy, right? So it's hard. I'm still quite skinny. You don't see any power,
No, no, you
muscle.
are bigger. You are bigger. You were just so tiny when you were 70 kilo. Now you are more like developed, those shoulder and everything. I see. Uh, like for someone like you, it is very dangerous, even a little bit size increase, because it is already very dangerous technically. Whenever you know that the guy is gonna do the
Right.
same thing with more horsepower now, so then it is, like I would, I don't know, I don't know. That's more dangerous, technical and stronger at the same time. Is dangerous. And but you realize that Arthur, like he lost to Alan every time. One time he beat him at WAF with two fouls, but together, I mean, those matches at WAP final was more than 2 minutes.
Longer ones, right?
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, those three start was 2 minutes, and at the Russian Nationals the same year it was again long, very long. Even now, like their fresh match is usually near half minutes.
So it's not like Makarov is immediately getting tired, right?
No, no, no. Like fresh or fresh, like still very close.
Yeah, it's a
Fresh
close.
or
It's
fresh.
a close one.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
for
see
me it's
how.
also, by the way, it's really exciting because I never before I was able to test myself against this kind of power. Even before when I did it, I was not at the same level. So now it's exciting. Like, can I do it, or should I still improve something? So, but I think I can do it. But let's see. We will
Yeah, I
find
mean,
out.
yeah, I mean, like, um, I think also it has been a long time, but Daniel and Arthur also pull. I remember, even if they pull once, I remember in the final, but right arm I'm talking about. But Daniel has been in the category of Makarov many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I would favor Makarov because I don't see Daniel is putting him out of position. Like I believe technically Arthur would be able to do whatever he wants. Like I'm talking about apply his power. You
Right.
understand?
Exactly.
Like if he wants to
Agree.
go like this, I don't think it would be so easy Daniel to hook him. If he wants to go hook, I don't think Daniel could topple. Do you see Daniel toppling Arthur?
No, no, no. I can also
No.
see.
So Arthur
Oh,
would be able to apply his power. Like yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That is what I believe. And
But
the
somehow
guy is.
I still have that impression that me and Daniel we progressed a bit more than let's say Oleg and Makarov. Somehow I just have an impression.
You say it that way, but even like when Daniel and Cherkasov pull,
Yeah,
it was not it was like the same year that he beat you at Europeans, right?
yeah, yeah.
Daniel beat you in Europeans,
Right.
and then I think like it was comfortable, like except the first starts. The first start he tried to topple you, you pin him,
Oh
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
get a
But
foul. But then whenever he
relatively,
had
yeah,
his
yeah.
moment, he beat you easy. And then he went to the WAF. And then in WAF,
He met Oleg.
Cherkasov hold him and drag him and beat him. I don't know if it is true. I think you are bad for Cherkasov because you don't allow him to use his power. You versus Cherkasov here and you versus Cherkasov at Moldova, almost the same. I think in Moldova you won even easier than in Istanbul.
Maybe.
You don't remember? It was like round one. You hold him
Oh yeah.
and then you did, yeah, yeah. So I think
Oh yeah.
everybody is.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's not a
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, because yeah, I don't remember Cherkasov. Cherkasov and Daniel always have war with left arm, always. And I think the last final in 2021 was it 10 minutes or 12 minutes or I don't remember. I was like I feel like what's happening, like am I dreaming? Like you after a certain point you cannot focus anymore. You understand? The guys just stay like this. You remember
Right.
that match, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And they always had this battle. Always Cherkasov technically in better position, but you know, Daniel just fights, and he wins. Yeah. So I don't think that anything has changed because that day to this day, like remember 2018 final with left arm? They also had a war in Antalya.
Yeah.
I think you were which place you were there? Third, fourth, third,
Maybe
maybe?
even lower. I don't know. Don't even remember.
You don't remember? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so what I just tried to say that I don't think anything is so much changing yet. Anyway, so how long stay left? 45 days?
Uh, is it 45 days? That's
Maybe
okay.
44 days.
Okay, I wasn't counting. I thought that maybe it's even less. But okay, 45 is good.
6 weeks and
Time.
2 days. What's today? Thursday or today? Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2 days. 6 weeks and 2 days is 44 days. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a
Yeah.
bit of
People.
more rubber bands now, and then just the rest.
And you need to lose how many? You said 3 kilos.
Yeah, 2-3 kilo.
No, 3 kilos. Yeah. Let's see. Wow. I just
I
can't wait for
wonder
that.
what about Makarov? How many does he? Is he must be also
I have
losing
no
weight, right?
idea. Today I asked him. Today he was not available. Tomorrow he was not available because of some family things, some visits that he already planned. So I'm like, let's go one at a time. Maybe I would do some of the other matches the same way. Um,
Do you know anything about his weight?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I mean, I can ask him, but it will take a long time. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah. So
It's just sometimes hard to imagine him. How does he fit into the class? It's really
yeah,
takes
yeah,
over.
yeah. Especially those farms. Arthur, what is your weight? Let's see what he will say.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, so you want to say anything about Arthur match before we go to the predictions?
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I guess not much. Just happy about the match. For me, since I always feel like people are easily underestimating me just because I'm a little bit skinny. I don't look so muscular. So fighting someone who looks extremely big, it's a good opportunity for me to once again prove that my power.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And normally I'm not working on the muscle size. I'm working on power. So I know some other people are also kind of training muscles, so it's kind of trying to look good.
Mm-hmm,
But I don't
mm-hmm.
really care about too much about that. I just want to be powerful. So
Did
this is a
you
good opportunity
did
to
you know
show.
that we will have again like tank tops for the competition?
I know you're lying. I know you're joking.
Joking, not lying. Anyways, you said that uh, like Daniel was someone that in your head you couldn't really figure out, what to
Yeah.
do. Am I one of those people for you?
In some way, yes, you are. Yeah, I think you are because yeah, in a way, similar kind of explosiveness to Makarov, but the direction is a bit more annoying. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, if
So
I had to fight you, I would somehow I would really need to think about it.
yeah, because you would be worried mostly about my wrist because your technique is going there, like going there. You have two wins against me, both was with the flop wrist, you know. And
Yeah.
do you think that like would it confuse you? Just tell me honestly? Would you do some flop training?
No, I would not try to aim
Yeah,
for that kind of win. I would try to just maintain my wrist. That would be the goal.
maintain. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if I can maintain for just a little bit, I know that you have no endurance at all, so maybe it would be easy to finish, and maybe I can
Li-
even think like that.
Listen, you said that I don't have endurance. This is. Do you remember my match with Viral Dobrin? Do you think Viral Dobrin is someone that is like with good endurance or bad endurance? Do you remember round two
He's
with
pretty
him?
good. He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, round two we had like maybe 20 seconds match, but round three, round four, round five was even easier. Yeah. But I'm just saying that you are talking about when I was 65 kilo, only 4 weeks before we pull at WAF, 65 kilo. I mean, only forearm left for me.
Yeah.
I still won the WAF, but trust me, I couldn't really recover. I still top roll you, and just like I don't want to say the rest of the story, but because it
But
doesn't,
yeah, I
it
can
will not.
imagine you probably had some joint problems and stuff like that.
No,
So I
no,
can.
joint problem is not. But I had a roommate. I didn't know that he had those kind of like in the middle of the night, screaming, and then you jump, and then two nights in a row I couldn't sleep. It's okay. That's not the thing. You want fair and square, but do this way. And then I took my revenge by beating you 5-0, 5-0, and I can't wait to pull. By the way, I had the hair transplant. Doctor told me to not to train for some time, and before that I had a concussion. I hit my head, while I was doing some type of, I don't know how you call it, isometric or something, But now, Sunday I did one training. Yesterday I did one training. Slowly, slowly, from now on, no more stop. No more stop. I will do diets.
Somehow
Yes.
I do have a feeling that we might meet again at the table
Yeah.
some.
I just don't know if it can be possible for 75. I would love to. But if you really want to get your ass kicked at the 85, I mean, I can give you that opportunity, but don't be
I
like,
think I
oh,
would
you
take
are
it.
heavier, I'm 78, you are
No, no.
85, or yeah.
You can be 95. It's okay.
Oh, you don't believe that. You don't believe even 85. Do you believe in 85 as well?
I think you would get tired after round one, and that's it.
What tired? I will just hold you from your wrist and then let you go, and then boom, boom, boom.
We have to find out then.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so okay, so let's start about the predictions. If
Sure,
Arthur
sure.
didn't send the message, Arthur says he is 77 kilo.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So,
he is 77 kilo. And let me see if he's gonna answer, but never mind. Maybe he's family visit. He said so. Let's talk about the predictions. But I would like to remind you who I am once again.
okay, good, good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Mr. Tarasaitis.
Which one
Okay,
first?
Nugo Shikadze versus Petro Marharint. Petro Marharint was on the same day when you had a super match with Daniel,
Yeah,
as far as I remember, right?
yeah. True.
He did those incredible things with Revas and
He really
uh,
surprised everyone. Yeah, like
yeah, he beat
he was
everyone.
great.
John Sandris, he beat everyone. Like, I mean, he would even hook Revas without strap, And the same Revas had like a war only 2 months before that at the WAF Antalya. He and Levan had a war.
Uh-huh.
So Petro Marharin, what do you think about Petro Marharin's wrist? I wrote maybe the pound for pound strongest wrist. Do you think it's possible?
It's for sure very special. I'm just wondering if he can still, if he did maintain that same shape over these years. Do you know how old he is?
He's young, but just it's not that he's not inactive all those years. He competed when you pull WAF Wars 2022 in Antalya only like 15 months ago.
Yeah,
There, Krasimir Kostadino won 100 kilo category, and
right.
Marharint was the one who sent Krasimir to the B side in a fresh match in that event.
Okay, okay. So he is
So
active.
he's not the forever away or something, but maybe a year or something break, and then he started training. Last 3 4 months, he still have some. So like it's not like years of absence.
Okay, so I think the Georgian guy might be in trouble because
But have you seen his match with Krasimir in the last Europeans?
yeah, yeah,
It's all right. Yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah.
also quite impressive, but yeah, I have a feeling that Margarin will probably bring it all in. And the Georgian
If,
guy wasn't he mostly kind of trying to top roll, right?
yeah, he in the strap he top rolled Krasimir,
Yeah.
and Krasimir said that he is very very strong against the hook pullers.
Uh-huh.
And this guy.
Which is interesting because the Georgian guy had his arm is not that long, right? He's a bit more like a stocky, shorter guy.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this is 90
Oh yeah, I
kilo.
saw that one also too. I think today I
You
saw
saw
it.
you saw right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 90 kilo. I mean, it was like first like this, but later it went down like this, like 90 kilo. Are you joking me?
Strong.
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah. So that is why probably he's very strong against hook pullers because they are coming to his arm. But the thing is, Petro Markkanen is not going like this, but more like you know.
Hmm.
So you are saying Petro is the favorite?
Well, let me just think for a second. It's of course very hard to tell. If I had to guess, I think Petro will probably prepare well. I think I would go with Petro Margarin. Yeah.
These guys, they really want to pull at this stage.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
when you are invited once, it is like kind of extra pressure. Like like you are champion. I mean, you have been winning except the Aydarkhan match. I mean, you can afford a loss. You understand? But
Yeah.
when they are like first time invited, so it is kind of extra pressure that they would like to be invited soon again. You understand? Yeah.
So they might surprise us by the preparation being a bit better than normally, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how it will be, but I know. I think it's a very good match. Also, Krasimir wrote. Krasimir said that it's a very interesting match. He wrote Sandris versus Ibrahim Sago.
Yeah. Well, Sandris is good in all of the directions, but Ibrahim, I think stylistically, is very dangerous for Sandris. He might
Hmm.
just jump on top, and maybe Sandris is not good enough. So it's hard to tell. Hard to tell. I think I would go with Ibrahim, but I would hope that Sandris can resist a bit,
Hmm.
at least a
It's
bit.
like a Baltic Brotherhood.
Yeah, of course I support
Yeah.
Sandris. He's a good
Yeah.
guy. But yeah,
But
with
I see
Ibrahim, I can see
Sandris
how
lately.
stylistically super difficult. Yeah.
Sandris, I see lately his arms, everything bigger. Yesterday he was my guest. He was big. He was
But
bigger than
isn't
usual.
he also
But
losing weight?
yeah, it's interesting. But his arms, I don't know. He put tank top, his arm, everything just. I mean, yeah, he looked big. Normally he doesn't look that big, but now he
Maybe
looks.
he's just the fat is coming off and he's revealing all the muscle.
Maybe, yeah. That's interesting. And
But,
okay,
so, but
this is.
yeah,
Well, yeah. Sorry. Say
I
it.
was just about to say that weight loss might also make him a little bit weaker somehow. I don't know. Maybe
I
endurance
don't
will
know.
go
He
down.
didn't look weak. He looked big. I don't think he's weak, but he may be faster.
Yeah.
He's already fast. He was already fast. But let's see. Okay, this one you are kind of familiar. Aktaev versus Oniani.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Um. So my guess is that Onyane is powerful enough and strong enough to correctly catch that hit. And this
Hmm.
is the left arm, by the way, right?
95 kilo. So they pull in 75 kilo 6.5 years ago. Now they are in 95 kilo. They both are different human beings.
Yeah, and they both have a big frame to kind of, so it's
Yeah,
not a big
yeah,
surprise that they can
yeah.
go up like that. But yeah, I still think Onyane will probably catch Talgat, and Talgat will not be strong enough to in the static way. And this is a super match, it's not a tournament, so it's much easier maybe to stop that match over a couple of rounds. So I feel like
Mhm.
Onyane is a bit more of a static endurance puller. I think he can catch a hit.
Yeah, Roman, he lost his channel, and now he's chatting as East versus West arm wrestling, and he thinks that it's not professional to use my other channel for chat. No, no, go ahead, Roman. Go ahead, no problem, my friend. Yeah, I mean, last time when I saw them pull 2017, it was I think Hungary. They were in 75 kilo. Talgat, boom, and then Oniani stop him here and then slowly lift him, and beat him. But now 95 kilo, 6.5 years, Oniani has not been that active, while Aktaev just non-stop competing. Yeah, we will see. It's incredible match. I'm just curious if Talgat can still win if Betkili stops him. That's my question, because usually Betkili, I mean, when he stops someone, he's winning. Except I saw him, of course, in his position, he was stopped like this by Oleg. He couldn't beat him,
Yeah,
but he whenever he stopped Rez, but Rez is another freak, about the
yeah,
endurance.
exactly.
Yeah. So do you remember they had like 2 minutes or something
Yeah,
long
that
match?
was
Yeah.
impressive. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. But I remember Akteev also got into winning position against Daniel Prokopchuk, at the 2017 Zloty, and then he won the match. Let's see how it will be.
So yeah, true. It seems like Aktaev is getting also a little bit better in the static way. Like he's not only speed anymore. He has a bit of static power as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one is really interesting, but I think the guy on the right is favorite. Just joking. Mindaugas, Tarasaitis, Arthur Makarov. We did analyze him, but just with objective eyes. How the match is going?
Worst case scenario is 4-2 in my way. Maybe it's gonna be 4-0. But worst case, I'm winning 4-2.
4-2. Okay. Jaleb Williams, is it true East versus West is coming to America? Yes, my friend. Florida, August, hopefully. And there was another super chat that I forgot. Let's see. Superboy, will you call out Engin at East versus West 12 when you win? No, he's too scared to do that.
I'll just say, like in the interview afterwards, I'll say, congratulations, Engin. I did it for you. You don't have to be afraid anymore of Makaru. I did it for you. That's my plan. That's what I will say.
Give me a favor. Give me a favor. Ask Arthur. Maybe you can make a super chat when he comes here, or I can give you his contact. Ask him, like, did you beat Engin second time when you guys had a match? Just ask him what he will say to you.
Of course, he will say yes, easily.
No, that's not what he said. He said, Engin, you beat me. That's what he said.
He was just being nice.
It is not, because he knows that I beat him, but I got injured, You know that too. You know that too.
No. Yes, I think it was easy.
Listen, Alan Zolev beat him 2 matches at the 2021 Wars. It took more than 2 minutes. My 2 wins against him was 9 seconds together. 9 seconds. And my bicep was torn and still fought him in the third round. Do you know how I injured my bicep? Did I tell you how I did?
No.
Do you know what I did was just round 2, I saw him getting so like kind of like more closer and tighter. So I thought he was gonna go inside. So what I did, I was training, Yusuf. Yusuf, when he holds like this at that time, he couldn't beat me, but I couldn't beat him either. Like we were like this. Of course, at 10 I was getting exhausted. But whenever I put my right feet to do the corner, and then whenever I do that, he was coming like this. So whenever Arthur did that, came close, I put my feet to that corner. So whenever I pull him so strong, his hand came like nothing, But I can show you the photo. In the step, you cannot do this to him. Whenever I pull him, his hand even slide in his head.
I saw that one.
Yeah, he was. I pull him so terribly, So he came so easy. But whenever you even don't have any resistance with the fingers, just forget about the wrist. Everything was gone. And then whenever you more pull him, in fact, you are pulling his legs from the table. You understand? Because there is nothing more to. So more I pull, more it was like this, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick. From here, something slided down.
A lot of stress on the biceps, right?
Yeah. And because it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. I didn't have to do that. But whenever I took his wrist, he was already like this. So I was able to come close and pin him. But when the
with your leg being up on the table, it's sometimes also you a little bit somehow difficult to maybe come back, because you want to kind of just finish.
No, I finished him already that round. Whenever I had the injury that round, I bring and then I beat him. But I went to side and I said to Niazi, Niazi, I said, listen, like the bicep went. He's like, don't worry, one more round is easy. I said, I heard it, it went down, Yeah, he's like, go, and I was like, okay. And then I went there. It was already gone, because now we started like this. He wasn't like this anymore. You understand? Like this, yeah. So whatever, yeah, you can believe whatever you want, but he knows the truth, Anyways, I know you're teasing me, but yeah, it's okay. I will come back and beat you. Good. Okay, Nikishawa versus Fia.
So do we know if Nikisheva is still in a good shape? Is she training?
She has been training because I offered her match before. She was not in shape, and she didn't accept. And then she said she would be ready for April. And then whenever I asked her again, and she said, "Okay, yeah."
Isn't she a bit bigger than Fia?
No, no.
Okay. If she's not bigger, then I would take Fia because Fia was much more active now, right? She was always competing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think just because of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Iraklis Drakashvili, Oleg Petrenko.
Hmm. Yeah, two tough Jack guys. I can say something interesting about Irakli, which I noticed.
Yeah, okay.
For quite a few years, I was somehow, yeah, I didn't like how Irakli just blew up and became very,
Mm-hmm.
much bigger.
Strong.
Uh, and I think he lost some endurance, and so I thought that it was a bad kind of move from him. But now, last event, I really noticed how he's really uh, warming up super well. Seems like
But
his
do you
endurance
realize
is
that he
very
went
good.
down to 95 kilo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this weight is much better for him because he was really. I could clearly see that his endurance is much much better now. So and
Mm-hmm.
whenever a arm wrestler has good endurance, he immediately gets respect from me because it
Mm-hmm.
shows that it's not only about just the muscle size; it's also about getting good
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
correct
but
angles.
he is normally like 100 kilo. He walks around 100 kilo. He is right now like in between 105 and 95.
Mhm.
If 95 is losing, if 105, maybe he's gaining couple of kilo, 102, 103, and then he's pulling 105. So this match is gonna be at 105.
So yeah, what I was trying to say is that Irakli lately I like his style and everything, so I think he's pretty good. But
His last
then
two matches, sorry, cutting you. Last two matches was against hook pullers, Rustam and Pauline. But Petrenko is a little bit more with the back
yeah,
pressure. And Iraqi's losses, Dadikyan and Ongarbe was top rollers.
yeah,
And even John top roll Irakli, and Irakli was able to win this way. But so Irakli is deadly against the hook pullers.
yeah,
Top rollers, he is still great, but sometimes he struggles. So I just wanted to
yeah.
make a big perspective for you before you, yeah.
And yeah, of course, I know that Oleg is also doing very well lately.
Hmm.
He just defeated Marcio, right?
Yeah. And then he beat Chance Show.
Right before.
Yeah.
So both they both seem to be in a pretty good condition now. Seems like this
Yeah.
is maybe the best shape of their life.
Hmm.
I would still guess that maybe Oleg can take Irakli's rest somehow, just by going backwards. As you said, maybe Irakli is sometimes a bit better against the poke, not so good against the top roll.
Hmm.
Maybe same like me, I guess, a little bit. Like even if I am a good top roller, you can sometimes open my wrist. So yeah, I'm going with Oleg. Just guessing that Oleg will maybe open
Hmm.
Irakli's wrist.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we have the next one. We have Schoolboy versus Leonidas.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure both got stronger since the last time we saw them. Um, if Schoolboy is smart enough, I think he could for sure win. I just want Schoolboy to be sometimes a little bit defensive. Don't try to finish it immediately. Um, because Leonidas is very good at this open move where he just kind of keeps dragging people. And if you try to finish the match while he's doing that, he will for sure open you up, right? So I would suggest Schoolboy to just kind of follow it a little bit, maybe be brave enough, sit a bit close to the pin pad, and I think after a couple of seconds, Leonidas should be tired, and then Schoolboy can get it
I
back.
don't think Leonidas gets tired so quickly. I think he has incredible endurance. I have seen his side table matches after his versus West events, and at the last, not the last, but King of the Table 9. You saw his match with Larry Wills.
Yep.
Yeah, like he exhausted Larry Wills. I'm not saying Larry has the
Right.
best endurance, but still, even in the practices over here, he sometimes pull with some of the real top guys here. Of course, it's practice only, but he is really strong. Let's see how it will be.
Yeah. So
And Arsene Lilia versus Brandon Assessor.
yeah. So this is an interesting one, right? How come did you choose Brandon for Arsen?
I mean,
What was
I don't
the
know. The
reason?
guy has been away 11 years. Like, it is not like 3 years, 2 years. You sit down 11 years, do nothing, become a like fat 120 kilo guy. You understand? And then you come into East versus West 10, watching Dennis versus Devon, and falling into the trap of Engin. And then you get inspired again, and then decided to train. And he did only like a little bit cardio or something till the New Year. And by the January, he started training. January, February, March, April 20, little bit more than 3 months training after 11 years. Like, did you expect me to put him against Darikan or something?
So is there any weight limit?
Yeah, I think one of not I think 105.
105. Okay.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
understandable.
talked with
Understandable.
Brandon. I talked with Brandon. Brandon said he will be 105. Brandon, even when he was against David Samusha, he was huge. Right
Yeah.
now, his biceps are 50 centimeters. I think he's good. He's very good. He beat Craig Tuller in
So I
US.
guess yeah, it's fair enough, right, Brandon?
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's yeah, very hard to make, very hard to guess, very hard to make a prediction. Um, I would guess that maybe still Arsen takes it because stylistically, I think he's okay. He will probably
Do you
open
think
Brandon's
do you think
wrist.
3 months training after 11 years he can be still good? 3 months. Imagine like 11 years. Like just say that he gets stopped. What kind of endurance can he have?
True, true. So yeah, but again, maybe I'm thinking that in those 3 months, depending on the diet he chooses to follow, I think like there is a chance that he can bring his explosive power back up quite quickly. Of course, not to the levels which he was at, but I think he can explode through Brandon's wrist and at least secure the wrist position, and then maybe
Mm.
he can finish afterwards.
Brandon can pull this way as well. I remember how he stopped Craig Tuller, and then at the end he beat him
No,
with
it's for sure.
deadlift.
It's for sure not a super easy one. It's a tough match, but
Yeah, yeah. It's not
if I
super
had to
easy.
guess, I
Forget
would
about
choose
super easy.
Arsenal.
I'm not even sure it's easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be beautiful if Brandon somehow traps Arsen in some lane and then he stops the match and then he can exhaust Arsen. That would be beautiful. I would enjoy that.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. From now on, all the matches are even hotter and hotter. Michael Todd versus Frank Lamparelli.
Yep, yep. Frank did very well against Matt Mask, so that was beautiful to see. But then Michael Todd is also looking very good. His victory against Pablo was nice. It seemed like he was almost not even pushing too hard to get that win. So I don't know. Michael looks very good now. I have a feeling that he might stop Lamparelli in some way as well, and then maybe Lamparelli cannot really pin Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Lamparelli having the hand control. He's great at it. And last
But it
time when I
almost doesn't
saw,
matter, right?
what's
Almost
that?
doesn't matter. Not it doesn't matter against Michael so much,
I
right?
mean, it matters only if you also have the finishing power. So we will see there if Frank has the finishing power or not. By the way, I put the guy to time limits because not because he says Devon is the god, but it's because he repeated the same thing 6 times. Just guys, one time is enough. Please, no spamming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Michael, did you see his match with Paulo?
Yeah. and it looked like he was comfortable.
He was strong, but a little bit wrist
A little bit,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that is what Frank wants. But let's see where the match go. I don't see easy match for neither side.
Michael also has that press. So if the power goes down a little bit after a couple of rounds, maybe Michael can just start jumping into the press immediately, which normally is very hard to catch for the top roller guy, you know. So I can see Michael having an advantage actually.
Yeah, yeah. And when Matt Mass did the flop wrist pressure to Frank, it was not so comfortable for Frank. I mean,
Right.
Frank won at the end, but it was not the. I think he lost one round on the fouls.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. David Samusha versus Aidarhan.
Yep.
You pull 77 kilo Aidarhan. Now he's 85 kilo Aidarhan against 85 kilo Samusha.
I'm thinking that maybe I don't think that Adarkhan can just keep gaining power equally as he's gaining weight. You know, of course, it's understandable. He was at some point maybe 60, 65 kilo. So, of course, up to 75, it's fine. But 85, maybe it's a little bit too much for him, I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
but he won just 80 WAF.
Right. So,
And
yeah.
then he beat Walla at 85 kilo. Walla
Hmm.
is very, very strong guy, trust me. Walla is incredibly strong guy.
I
I,
know.
I
I know.
still cannot imagine how Aidar can beat him that comfortably except round one.
True, true.
Yeah, he was like this and
Seemed like something happened after round one. He found a good lane and
no,
just like boom.
yeah, yeah. Round one, he tried to top roll him. It is very, very hard to top roll Walla. Very hard. Like many of the Georgians also said to me that I don't want to mention the names. They are not able to top roll Walla.
Mhm.
And and whenever he tried to top roll, if you realize he couldn't, he was losing, and then he just jumped into the hook, and then he was already under, and then Walla beat him. But the after that, he put to this side like this,
Yeah, a
and then
bit
he
more.
he hit not really hook, but he did like side pressure, like inner side pressure, I should say, with the
Yeah.
supination and hit sideways, and he was very quick.
Yeah, looked
Yeah,
like he just went through it somehow, found a good
yeah,
lane.
yeah, yeah. And so
So, but you see,
that's the thing with the Aidar Khan. He can pull in different directions.
yeah.
Yeah, what were you saying? Sorry.
So I still think that this is a match where two pullers are very different. One of them is very good at endurance game, another one is a bit better at explosive game.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they are kind of equally matched. We will just have to see who is able to apply the technique, you know, which they like. Is Edarkhan gonna explode and put Samusha in a bad position, or will Samusha just kind of bring it in and make it stick?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
hard 50-50 pretty much. Hard to tell. Almost cannot
Yeah.
choose the winner actually. Almost cannot choose them.
So you are saying that this is probably one of the toughest challenge for Samusha so far.
Yeah, because you see, whenever you meet, yeah, Samusha maybe is the best at the endurance game. If he meets someone who is that explosive as Adarkhan, maybe Adarkhan will be able to simply ignore Samusha's endurance. Maybe it will not matter.
What just say that if Aidar Khan top rolls him like Daniel did it, do you
Uh-huh.
think that there is a possibility for Samusha still like that, or Aidar Khan would be different now?
I think Adarkhan would finish it because
Could he finish four
Daniel,
times?
maybe he's not necessarily getting tired as quickly as you are. So maybe.
uh,
And
okay,
also, you
whatever.
see, Samusha finished Daniel because Daniel is allowing, giving time to Samusha, you know, to kind of switch and maybe press. I don't think Adarkhan will give that much time to Samusha.
Mm-hmm. The one round when Samusha tried to hook him, uh, Prokopchuk has also risked, and he was able to. But I realized that the other round he didn't go that way. He went more like with pronation, Samusha. So he was to the far hand of the Prokopchuk. You understand? Not to here. Whenever you come here, you give your pronator, and the guy
Right.
has this. Everything is different. But whenever you do back pressure and go, if you realize that one of the rounds, Samusha lost the wrist at the end, just watch again. You will see that Samusha took his wrist
No, I
because
saw him.
because like
Yeah, it's much more
the,
difficult for
the
Daniel
top
to have
the
all the
top
power when he's a
yeah
little bit like.
the top roll of Prokopchuk is not more like the hand, but more like from here. So when the guy is coming to his arm, he is very comfortable here.
Yeah.
But whenever the guy is not really coming his arm, and then whenever Prokopchuk does this, and then his hand is a little bit unprotected. That is why I think he's very good as a top roller against the hook pullers, but not against the top rollers. Do you remember
Right.
when he tried
Exactly.
to
Yeah. Exactly.
top roll you, like many times here when he pulled in 85 kilo, he went outside with Corey Miller, with Doug Eric,
Right.
but he did not try with you.
Yeah. Didn't even try him.
No, he didn't even try with you. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so let's let's go. By the way, I'm 2-0 against Aydar Khan. Just be careful when you do comparing.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Let's not think about the past so much. We know what it will. It's not the
Yeah.
same.
I will just remember all these things when I'm training and coming back. Um, Georgi Svetko versus Alex Kurdecha.
Right. And this is on right hand.
Right hand,
True.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good match. Seems to be a close one. Kurdecha is still improving, but then Georgi on the right hand has a very nice top roll. I think stylistically, Georgi has a bit of an advantage. I'm just not sure if Kurdecha is too strong or not. Kurdecha might be too strong, but I'm still, let's say, going for Georgi. I think he will open the hand and slowly finish the match.
So Kurdecha is winning?
Georgi.
Georgi is winning. Did you know that these two pulled before?
Probably, but I don't remember the result. What
Yeah,
happened?
Zloty Tour. 2017, the event that I flash you.
Okay, great reminder. Thank you.
No, I mean, if you are putting those words to me, like his endurance is not like yours or something, then of course I'm going to also do this kind of thing. So just be ready. I have so many
Great.
weapons here, so be careful.
Great.
Okay, Hermes Gasparini, Alijan Muradov.
Yeah, so this is again a tough one. Really depends on whoever is able to get into the better position. So can Hermes really? Yeah, again, I guess Hermes could. I can see Hermes top rolling Alijan, but I can also see Alijan being a little bit too brutal and just kind of damaging Hermes over a couple of rounds a bit. Let me go with Alijan. Yeah. Maybe he will also get the straps. Maybe he will just sink it with a quick, good hook. Or if not, he will at least do some damage and then be more successful the next round.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
say Alijan.
Alijan has won 2 super heavyweight world titles at WAF. But he also won some matches at the East versus West. But I don't think that Alijan has ever met someone as Hermes who is a top row specialist. Like I think he's just if you talk about like top row specialist guys, especially against the hook pullers, you are there. Irakli is there. Hermes is there. That's why I choose three of you like a feature. Right now you all are right here. And so it is not that easy to hook Hermes, especially this guy is now getting ready for Dennis match. And
Yeah, you know what?
this guy, what's that?
Maybe I want to change my mind actually, because when I think about it, yeah, maybe Alijan never really met someone at that high, crazy high level, and I think
He had
Hermes.
the Cody marriage, and Cody flattened his wrist like this.
Yeah.
He catch him like this, and he hit him Cody is super powerful, but technically, I don't think that he's as good as Hermes.
And also, I don't think Corey is
Speed
at
also.
the same power level as Hermes. I think Hermes is maybe in a very good stage now.
Yeah, the
Maybe I'm
power.
just saying that. Yeah, maybe Hermes' power will just be too much.
Yeah, Hermes says he's gonna be 130 kilo, and he says that there is no 105 kilo guy in the world that can beat him. It doesn't matter if it is left or something.
And yeah, he's trying to be smart, trying to top roll. Hard to really overpower someone who has so much power plus the style.
Will it be excited for you exciting for you to watch that they are coming to the table now? Just imagine you are right there, and then they come Alijan here, Hermes here. To me, it's very exciting.
I
Not
guess so.
always the best matches are in the same category. Some guys are too much for their
Oh,
category,
for sure, for
like
sure. Yeah.
like Alijan, yeah.
And I almost look at Alijan as he's like almost a pretty big guy by now. He's not that much smaller, anyways.
Yeah, and he still continues competing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you are saying that barely Hermes favorites
Yeah, I think
slightly.
maybe not as maybe a bigger favorite actually than I think about it now.
If we talk a little bit more, you're gonna say 100%. It was
Yeah,
Alijan
exactly.
first.
You see, I'm switching like from one side.
So maybe I'm making a wider perspective for you. More I
Yeah,
talk.
exactly. I just remember how Hermes is a very strong guy. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You can do PayPal to me. All this advising thing. $100.
all this
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay, and then the big match.
Is this the
Devon
last one?
Larratt. Devon
Did we
Larratt.
talk?
What?
So we did talk about all levers already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was quick.
Last three was before this: Hermes, Alican, David Samusha, Aydarhan, and Georgi Svetko, Kurdecha. Now we have the probably the biggest match of the history. And do you think since their match together with this stem cell, like I was there in Dubai when Devon pulled Dave Chaffee, and he intentionally went dead risk pressure shoulder right with the starts. I mean, I know he has tons of damage, Devon, pulling like almost 30 years. Because I know myself, if I would do such thing like this, I would be screaming. Like I cannot even imagine myself doing something like that. So what I just say, he was able to do that, and he did that intention. Right now, he is able to pull all kind of directions. Whenever Mindaugas, you're a smart guy. That's why I easily can discuss with you about arm wrestling. You are knowledgeable, smart. Whenever just say that some parts, some muscle groups are injured, you cannot use it. Trust me, it it costs you a lot. Once you have these muscle groups supporting the other muscle, even the main muscle groups, trust me, it is like suddenly 10%, 20% addition. It's not
Yeah,
something hormonal because something is just coming back. Like you had five fingers, you lost two of them, and this two comes back. It is almost same thing.
yeah, yeah. I know
So
what you are talking about. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, so Devon is like that, but like him pulling against Georgi Svetko, Hermes, Denis Shiplenko, some other matches, he pulled Dave Chaffee. Do you think that this is the same guy that we saw 2 years ago against Levan, or you think that right now he's in different shape? Just your opinion.
No, Devon, I see him improving for sure. Like mostly just because he's finally a bit healthier, and I hope he just stays healthy because normally if you trained in some way which little by little made you injured,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's say okay, you got the stem cells, you healed up. If you still keep, in my mind, if you still keep training in similar ways, maybe you are still doing something a little bit wrong, so you might get injured again in the future. So I just hope that Devon just stays on the good path. Maybe he can, so he can
Do you
maintain
do
the
you think
strength.
that he got injured only because he trained wrong, or is it because of 30 years of damage? I mean, just imagine John Bursing. has pulled Cleveland, Richard Lapkus, Gary Goodrich, Alan Karev, Andrei Pushkar, Ferid Osmanlı, Denis Siplenkov, like all those guys, don't you think that handling all that pressure, like it just makes your joints, like, I mean, overuse. You understand? Overuse.
Yeah, so I know your opinion about this, but I think
Yeah.
I have a different one where I feel like any kind of overuse is also kind of like you can almost choose how much overuse you want to go through. So and
How
of
is it
course we
when you
have
are
some.
playing with Cleveland? How are you going to choose? You need to handle that pressure.
Yeah, but so you can handle it in different ways.
It is already hard to handle. You need to push your limits. There is not like you have 10 options. Let me handle this way or this way or something. I mean, you barely win the match. It is just a giant 250-kilo guy that is all over on your arm. So what I'm just saying that there is an age factor. Just John is 60 years. If you think that John is 60 years and he is injured because he did wrong things, I mean, it is wrong, healthy way. But to win, he had to force his limits.
Yeah, so I understand completely. I'm just trying to highlight the fact that I think many people still could maybe be a little bit better during the training, do some more correct things to maintain the healthy muscle, healthy joints, healthy everything. I think people sometimes are making mistakes, and because of that, many injuries are caused. Even some freak injuries are maybe caused by just you not being completely balanced. Just my opinion. I feel like people can really
No, I
improve.
understand. Like Giannis Amorins is probably one of the best guys, like physiotherapy and this
Yeah,
and
he
the,
knows
the
how to take care
knowledge,
of
health.
himself, right?
If I could afford an advisor, they would be my advisor about how to take care of my health.
Right.
What to do, exercise. Even he has tons of injuries.
Yeah. So, but even he, I think he's making some mistakes. But yeah.
It's not about mistake. It is just nature. This is what we are doing. Our sport. Even it doesn't mean that we always get injured at the training. At the table, we got injured because of like, this is like I am created to use this arm that way. When the pressure coming this way, you understand? Like I don't think that this is like created for arm wrestling. I mean that pressure, and then to not to lose, you put to your joints, everything in dangerous position. Just remember how John beat Taras from here. He was hanging on his arm, and then he brought him this way. It is not because he chose to be in that position, but that is very bad for your health, for your joints, like, and you do everything possible. You cannot say, let me choose the most healthy way so I wouldn't
So
get
let me
injured.
put it in a different way. For example, some of the Georgian guys, like the one who is pulling Petro Margarin now, and also maybe Gennady just recently. These guys keep lifting crazy weights, right? In
Oh,
that
yeah,
bicep
that I
position.
understand. That is, but you are thinking
That's a
that you are
choice.
generalizing everything like controllable. That is controllable. You don't need to push that much. But
Exactly.
during the arm wrestling match, to win, when you force your limits, you may have to pull in unhealthy positions. You understand? You understand? Like whenever you say like he shouldn't do it, just say 80 kilo, he wouldn't get hurt. Here at the table, sometimes you really do even 90 kilo. I mean, because you don't want to lose.
Oh, but you could also just lose. So
Yeah,
if,
I
if it's
understand, but just I mean, if that is the way to survive, then I mean, nobody would force themselves.
for example,
Like,
I would not continue pulling in the position which is super terrible, and I know that I might get injured. I would not risk it. I will kind of take it
yeah,
easy.
that I understand. But whenever you generalize, like everything happens in the training, at the table also happen, and I'm 100% sure that you experience some injuries as well.
No, true. So, but you see, now through all of that experience, I'm kind of changing my mindset,
There,
trying
there,
to
will- there will be more
understand.
experiences. Let's get a little bit older. How old are you now? 32,
I'm
31,
42.
32.
Yeah.
32. Yeah, okay. Just come to 45 if you are still pulling. Let's have another conversation with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I'm on the right track to maintain my strength and everything.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. And just okay, let's go about the match. Like who's winning there? What's
Levan
happening? How do you see?
and
They
Devon.
had put the strap ready, go. What's happening? Is there any chance for Devon?
I think I will just repeat exactly the same words as I said before the last match we had. I was saying that nobody else except Levan has that kind of hand, and Devon is very focused on attacking the hand. And suddenly, since Levan hand is strong enough, Levan can almost ignore all of Devon's abilities in my mind. So I feel like that's a big problem for Devon, and I think that Levan will just once again control the hand. He will not lose it and then finish the match.
So what if somehow Devon applies a little bit more, and then Devon Levan's just
So yeah, if he gets just a little bit of that,
yeah.
it's bad news for Levan. It is bad news for Levan.
Do you see the
Just a
match
little
is
bit.
stopping and Levan still winning?
No.
But
So
it
it has to
depends on
be.
where, how close to the pad.
Yeah. So if the match, if Devon is able to, let's say, do a little bit like this much, I think then it's Levan. Then it's Devon.
But just say that if it is that close to there, and then may he still pin? Does it matter where the match is? Here's the starting position. Here is the finishing position.
No,
Where
I
it is
expect
possible.
Levan to somehow control it in the center, start going sideways, and maybe this is the dangerous zone, right at the end, close to the pad.
The halfway.
Yeah. But I still think that Levan has a Levan injured his wrist also, right? So is it
Yeah, that's
really?
and the thing is that the Devon's the pronation lift. He said he told me. Some people said it was 150, but he told me before Levan match. He said that it was 135 pounds he was able to do. He recently did 160. If he does like 2 more pounds or something, it is 20% more than last time. 20% more. And that pressure is going to be applied to Levan's wrist. And the thing is that you don't want your wrist to be moving that way when you are pulling Devon. If Levan's wrist handles, yeah, he's
And
gonna
also
win.
remember for Devon, like he is doing maybe this kind of king movish
Yeah,
top rope.
yeah,
He also really needs to maintain his rising ability, right?
yeah,
And I feel like Levan can also maybe take a little bit of that, and
yeah,
suddenly it's very difficult for Devon to execute his move.
yeah. I think his hand, his fingers, everything so strong with Levan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think to take Levan's wrist, you need to control his rise a little bit before you pull this. If your hand is getting melted in his
Yeah, you
hand,
cannot just run away too much, right? You
no,
must
no.
also bring
Yeah,
it.
you need to really control here and then hit here. If you just pull yourself like this, and then in his hand,
Yes.
your hand will be
Yeah,
melted like this. Then
exactly.
that's what
So
you say. Yeah,
that's why I think it's the problem for Devon because I
yeah.
think
So I
that's
think
what.
he needs to be more connected to the center than just going away like this. But they both know what to do. But this we are just sharing our opinion. So, and I also mentioned this before that at that time every match started in strap. This time the match will start without the strap.
Mm.
It can mean two things. One, Levan may beat him without the strap, or it may mean that there will be instead of four, there will be at least eight starts if Devon manages to go to strap. So
Mhm.
more starts also in the favor of Devon if the power is close. Yeah.
So we need a good referee to make sure that Devon doesn't cheat too much.
I don't know. I talk with referees all the time the same thing. I say, like, listen, you can ask to any referee. I can show you from my WhatsApp group. Not because I don't trust anyone or something, but it is ethically. No referee knows which match they are gonna ref until 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. when the competition starts. Boom! I send them the message, and then they at that time when the competition starts, they learn which match they are gonna. It is from the right beginning till today. 8 o'clock. They at the last moment, everyone knows which match they are gonna. I feel like it's more ethical. It's not because of the trust or something. I just do it with everyone. You understand? Even if my brother was there for referee, I would do the same thing as an ethical. But I told them that every athlete, like we don't care who they are. Every athlete sweats the same sweat. It doesn't matter from Kazakhstan or Russia or America. So you need to be 100% fair and square and don't get any how do you call intimidation? You call.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I just like I can even share our WhatsApp chats. After the event, the speech. We do. So for me, the only thing I want is just a fair competition. But sometimes some people cannot handle that pressure. I'm not saying this person or that person, but
Right.
sometimes it is not. But I believe I would handle.
I think so too. I think I would handle it as well. But
Yeah, I would handle. And only thing I expect is just 100% fair and square uh, competition. And I have no doubt about the intention of the referees.
exactly.
But yeah,
It's
and
just some doubts about the ability to be strong
this
enough overall, kind of.
the
Um,
psychology of the
yeah.
referees, to handle the pressure, because it is really big match. Just I mean, it is. I trust myself, but even when I go there, this side you have Levan, this side you have Devon. That is not that easy to ref that match. In many different reasons.
Mhm.
So much power there, so much. I don't know. You understand my point? It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So you think Devon cheats?
I think sometimes no, he's not cheating. He's just doing his job. But we need sometimes a better referee to enforce the rules a bit more correctly. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I hope the referee will be strong enough to enforce it correctly.
Yeah, I believe. I mean, I can. I have seen like one time against Prudnik. I think he was under, and the foul called about 10 seconds late. You understand?
Hmm.
And I was the one told referee that the shoulder is below. I told this to Devon as well. And there has been mistakes, but people also claim I didn't see the elbow. Referee said that he saw it, but from the camera angle, you cannot see. The first round of Devon versus Gennady, when Hristo called the foul for Devon, people also think that at that time it was unfair to Devon. But from camera angle, you cannot see, because he was at that point he was filming from the front side of uh, Devon. So I'm just saying that the mistakes can happen sometimes in somebody's favor, sometimes other guy's favor. Um, but I honestly believe that Devon was better than the athletes that he won against. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. In,
I,
in
I,
most
I,
cases, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him like Hermes match. Yeah, maybe Hermes couldn't start as he wishes or something, but I don't think it was the reason. If it wasn't the reason, Hermes wouldn't tell me, Engin, like how to this, what to do more. As soon as he went there, Hermes is a smart guy.
Hermes felt it like it was. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
there
not.
was something else, not only
Yeah.
because of something, but there was some problem, with the technical issues. If Hermes didn't experience, if Hermes would dominate Devon on that day, I mean, with the side pressure or something, or if the Hermes didn't have that match on that day, trust me, he would lose to Laletin. Trust me. Right after that match, he only focused on his riser, his wrist, everything, because in the past, Hermes's hand and wrist was ahead of here. Later, he gained weight. He more care about the arm, horsepower, and everything. He kind of went back behind this power. So
Yeah.
he really trained so hard for hand, wrist, and riser before Laretin match, and he barely stopped him and then brought him. So what I'm just saying that um, there are Devon has so many haters, but we need to also give him the credit that like he
For
was
sure. For
really
sure.
his hand, wrist, everything was better. My opinion. Hermes told me that after the match they again pull, and Devon was better again. I don't know. Next day they pull it, but even that night I pull with Devon. Prudnik would pull with Devon. Brett Grundy pull with Devon, and we were like almost in the morning. And then next day Hermes told Devon, I think, to pull. They pull again, and Devon was still better. Hermes said his wrist is like this, Devon was winning. And if
Yeah.
Hermes started like this, he was winning quickly. But with the flat wrist, Devon was still. So even if they wanted to start by themselves, it was still the same case, But if there was some small referee mistakes, yeah, I mean, we can talk about that too. But I don't think it was the reason that Devon won. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, to me, sometimes it's just a little bit. I don't like to see the matches where one guy gets tired too much in the setup while trying to get some grip, So that's a little bit sometimes looks like Devon is sometimes successful at exhausting them just in the setup.
You mean before the go?
Yeah, before we go. So I think I would like to see that Devon's opponents to be able to not have to fight so much before we go. But it seems like we have to fight a lot sometimes.
I understand. Anyway, so what's the winning chances?
Very high for LEVAN. I think I'm
percentage.
80% for LEVAN.
80% LEVAN.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
did you know that Dennis thought that Devon can beat? As far as I heard, and I heard that Laletin also said that he would bet on Devon. I wonder what they see that Devon has more chance, and I wonder what you see that LEVAN has more chance.
Maybe they just see that Devon is really, really good at the moment. Meanwhile, even if Devon is that much better now, I still see LEVAN's hand being too dominant, and then Devon's game just collapses. That's what I see.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
By the way, I actually wish Devon would win. I'm rooting for Devon, but just trying to be realistic. I think LEVAN's hand is too good.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how it will be. I just can't wait. They both are, I mean, taking this match very serious. I think this is the most important moment of Devon's career from his side. And for LEVAN, I think after his injury, he couldn't pull more than 1 year. He's thirsty. And also, he received some hate after Hermes match about those two rounds that he couldn't continue, and I think he has something to prove. He wants to win and then just prove that he's the king. This is what he wants to do.
So pretty much both guys are very motivated, right?
Yes, very motivated. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, and do you think that Devon, like seeing this match as his most important match of his career?
Well, if he wins, then it's a huge match for him. Yeah. If he loses, then not so important. I guess it is what it is. But if he manages to win,
I think it's important because you want to do something. You want to achieve something. And like once you cannot do that, it is a big loss from your side. But if he wins against, do you think that beating LEVAN will be the most important thing that Devon did in his career? To me, yes.
Yeah, if he beats LEVAN, then it's a huge match for Devon. Crazy achievement, just amazing. Yeah. But you see, for example, the same like I did with Prokopchuk, I feel like I have good achievement. But if I lose to Prokopchuk, then it's like just another match,
But I don't think that Prokopchuk represents what LEVAN represents. Is it like LEVAN is someone that has not lost any super match in his career, and Prokopchuk Prokopchuk won how many world title? I think Prokopchuk won only this year in Kazakhstan. I think he won his first world title. Before he never won with right hand. Never.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, he never. Even year before, Aydarkhan beat him in Antalya, and then year before, Cherkasov beat him in final. So I don't think with right arm Prokopchuk represents what LEVAN represents. I don't think there are many people that represents what LEVAN represents. Maybe Alijan with left arm in 105 or something, but still, I think LEVAN did more than Alijan did in professional arm wrestling. The guy beating. He started with Dimitri Trubin, and then top 8, and then Dave Chaffee, and then the guy is undefeated. I mean, And
yeah, you're right. You're right. But I was just kind of, before going into the match with Prokopchuk, I was kind of seeing him as someone who made very big progress just lately, like because his latest matches or tournaments, he was just so dominant that everyone was almost just not even resisting them.
yeah, but
So
to me, Levan is the strongest super heavyweight, the strongest arm wrestler who has ever lived. I
yeah,
don't think that Denis Siplenko in his
that's for
prime.
sure.
Devon is my good friend, but I remember him with Pushkar, with Dave Chaffee, and think. Yeah, I mean, to me, Levan represents something that there has never been any human being that
So
arm
if
wrestle.
Devon
That
can beat him, then
yeah,
suddenly it's a huge, huge. Suddenly, all the credit goes to Devon, basically.
yeah. This is what I try to say. Like Prokopchuk just won his first world title, but just remember there was no Alan Zolev there, no Makarov there. I'm not saying he cannot beat them or something, but the Levan is not like that. Levan is just looking around like we cannot even find an opponent for the guy.
Yeah,
Whenever I found him in Morozov, people are, oh, why Morozov? Whenever I put Devon, oh, why Devon? Like, who am I gonna put? From one side, you are saying why this guy is just pulling twice a year, and then from other side, when we put the best ones, and you are saying, okay, this guy is not enough. So what do you want, man? What do you want? Do you want him to pull or not pull? I mean, if there is not many people as can be a serious opponent for him, so it just only means one thing that this guy is something else because I don't remember super heavyweight category being that strong in the history. I am witness of the last 30 something years. I never
yeah.
seen something like that today that is happening. All these guys are pulling against each other. At that time, there was Dennis and then Pushkar and then maybe one,
No,
two
this
more.
is way different level. Yeah, completely
Yeah,
different.
incredible. And now this guy, just the best we can put against him right now, Devon. The guy clean everything, except the Gennady match. But Gennady got injured, that is what can we do? Devon was ready to pull Gennady again in August if Gennady didn't get injured. Not that
Yeah.
Devon escaped. You cannot say Devon, oh, go with Gennady first. Like, why? The guy is injured. He was ready to pull him. Gennady couldn't. So just why would Devon wait until Gennady gets in his best shape again? Why would he just sit down and just wait? Yeah.
So yeah, big match, huge match.
Yeah, huge. We will see. I mean, this is so big. It is they are pulling second time, but just Devon really did clean his way to the
True.
11 match.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
was
he cleaned.
brave. He met everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Prudnik and then Sandris and then pulled Gennady match and then Dave Chaffee and then Hermes and then Dennis and then Georgi Svetko. I mean, what else? The guy people were saying this guy is afraid of the Europeans. I'm not sure who's afraid of who now. Right now, whenever I ask some guys, I said, "Do you want to pull Devon?" They're like, "Oh, not now. Give me a little bit time." Trust me. That's how it is. And the only guy that is just anytime just ready is just Gennady. He is something else. Gennady is really like I mean, I cannot believe that he exhausted Devon. But I know why he exhausted him. I have my own theory. When Devon went that way and he hit him so hard, so Devon couldn't keep his elbow. So he had to go inside. And whenever he went inside, his inside endurance is not as good as his
Not the same.
outside endurance. Yeah. He pulled 1,000 times in training that way and 10 times that way. So how can you expect? But now he is also going that way. And for the rematch, Canada rematch, Devon was going training this. He was gonna go deep inside, and we would watch incredible match. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think people in the comments are saying that whoever wins this match between Levan and Devon, maybe they should face me next to
You,
decide. Yeah,
yeah. It's unfair to them. Unfair to them. Listen, whenever we said
maybe
that
like
the Levan is the strongest ever or something, listen, we are of course excluding
there
Mindaugas.
are some exceptions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was just something different. There is no Levan, no John Burzing. Nobody has ever been at his level, and so if there is a misunderstanding, I apologize you.
No, I'm sure people in the comments they understand when.
They understand, right? Okay. If you see any disrespect in this subject, I can block them. I'm very well known about blocking people. Trust
Very
me.
well known.
Anyways, I thank you very, very much, my friend Mindaugas. You are really
Thank
an
you too again.
exceptional, in the arm wrestling world. You are one of the best top rollers I have ever seen. And even though my own experience is not that way, but from outside looking, yeah, that's how this is the case. You take care of
Yeah,
yourself, and we will
good
see each
stuff
other.
again.
We will see each other.
Yeah,
85
see
kilo. I
you again.
cannot go any
You
lower.
better keep training. It's coming.
I will destroy you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I will destroy you. You will see.
Just don't get scared. Remember these words when I beat Macaro.
What's that?
Remember these words after me beating Macaro. Don't start to run away after I beat
Oh,
Macaro.
you after you beat him? No, it will even mean more to me to beat you.
Okay, very
But
good.
it
Very good.
doesn't mean that I'm done with Macaro either. But we will see. You take care of yourself and get
Yeah,
ready. See
jump.
you in 6 weeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mindaugas.